This takes me to another point in your manifesto. I mean, basically, you talked about world's best e-governance, invisible e-governance, 100% coverage, compliance. Can you just elaborate it? What exactly?
Okay, this is very interesting. I don't know how it happened to me. So I happen to be the first Indian with my co-author Dr. Sumitra Datta, who was past dean, the founding dean of the Cornell College of Business, a very accomplished IT academic. So both of us wrote the first book on technology by Indian about internet in the year 99, before the first dot-com bust had happened.
Right.
Okay, the world did not even know anything about it. It was published by the Financial Times, Pearson Group, and it was among the first 7-8 books about internet.
Okay.
I keep a very low profile. I don't talk about all this because it has not been relevant. And then, so that's the first book. Then I thought, let me apply that knowledge in a particular domain, because 2001 was the e-governance year in India. India was the first country there.
Okay.
Mr. Mahajan was the IT minister. So Dr. Kiran Bedi, I, and another police friend, Parminder. Parminder is a very leading IT activist in the country, thought leader in it. And so we wrote the world's first book on e-governance, and saying that government and net is the new governance opportunities for India.
Right.
And it's sad to see that 400-page vision of about every possible sector of governance is not even 2% realized.
Okay.
20 years later. I wrote in 2001. So I have some very unique perspective about how governance should be organized,
Right.
which I wrote then, and I've obviously evolved a lot more. First. Second, I also happen to be a computer engineer of very different era. I studied computer engineering in the country when about 250 people studied computer engineering in the country.
That was way back in 90s.
Yeah. 80s. I studied between 83 and 87.
Yeah.
So at that time, the entire population of computer engineering students was about 250. And so I also have a very different perspective about what the technology is for. Okay. So I am most uniquely positioned in this country, in my country, to create a new governance system, technology-led, and I must not leave this point also, which is very important here, to say that we also need to ensure that we create a governance system where we have full trust and respect for every citizen.
Right.
The current system operates on a complete mistrust on every citizen. So while the government is supposed to be so corrupt, it starts assuming us to be corrupt.
Also, yeah.
Okay.
Right.
That is, we want to fleece government, we want to steal, we want to do this and that.
Right.
So I want to build a system which also gives fullest trust and respect. I'm happy actually build a system where a person can take the birth certificate of his or her son himself.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And there are hazar ways of ensuring, 1,000 ways of ensuring that he can't be wrong, because you can put it in public domain at that moment.
Right. Right.
Anyone is seeing it. The doctor has attested
So
it.
basically, transparency, complete transparency,
Amazing transparency,
Yeah, right.
and self-serviced government.
Right. Right.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.